Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Band of Badgers, and you may see a few new faces here. We'll slow down, so hopefully this is still going out. But it's as Steve said, it's never a party. It's always a car crash. I'll say it again. This is Band of Badgers. Welcome to some new faces. This is a brand new campaign called A Deadly Quest from this guy here. This guy is Ross. This is part of our GM Creator Series. He is not just the writer of this world, this campaign, this adventure, this Deadly Quest. He is also going to GM it. So he is going to take all of our players, including me and Steve. Me and Steve, we get to play, which is great. Okay, Steve. Love to hear the feedback there. Steve's like,
I'm waiting for the insult. That's...
That was it. That was it. I said I'd try and be nice this year. I'm kind of.
It's really weird
as
listening to you and watch you speak
says
3 seconds behind when I hear your words.
Oh, sorry. So just react to the voice, not the words. Hopefully things will speed up. I don't know why suddenly everything kicked off on Twitch, and it's all gone a bit wonky. But we have some new people. So, hello everybody. Nice to see you, Ross. How you doing, Ross?
I'm very well. I've got no idea what you're talking about, Dave. I haven't written any of this, and this is all a surprise to me. So I don't know.
He's not. Yeah, we just. What's? I thought.
Is it too late for that? Can I not take out now? Is it too late for that?
No, it's done. We're done. We're here. We are live. We can carry on as best we can. And Sarah's a brand new face to this. How you doing, Sarah?
I'm great, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Cool. That's all good. We are someone who else is in the UK, so we haven't just got a bunch of US people or crossing the time streams, differentiations, and stuff like that going on. So far, all of us are here in the UK. We do have Diana Restrepo, who will be joining us in the campaign, but not yet. Shh, it's a surprise. She doesn't know, but her name is on the title, so that's all good. Now, if you also see that we do not have we don't have a sponsor on this one. This is because this is so new in Ross's head. We're gonna he's literally just taken it out of his head. We're putting it on here because of other stuff that's going on in the background. But if you would like to support not just this campaign but Band of Badgers as a whole, guess what? You can. All you have to do is check out some merch. You could have the Badger Paw on your t-shirt, on your head, across your tea or coffee, whatever you're into. I don't mind. You can have it all if you wish. So there we go. It's done. Oh, and now we have another one. Pan, how you doing? It's done. Oh, and now we have another one.
Hey.
Pan, how you doing?
I am doing
so
sorry, young ladies in here. I had a bad travel, and I thought I'm gonna take a good rest, and then I ended up way overdoing it.
Definitely. So but anyway, Pan has literally just joined, so he's missed all the prep talk, all the stuff. So this is going to be a complete surprise. We had a little bit of a briefing from Ross, so this is a complete surprise. Nobody tell him about the mimic. And away we go.
Excellent.
So we are about ready. We're gonna jump in. So again, I'm not the GM for a change. Neither is Steve. So we get to play, which is great. It's what we want to do. So we're gonna do a little VT, and then when we come back from that, we'll be in game. Everybody cool?
Yes.
Yep.
Cool. Here we go.
Very nice work, Steve.
Yeah, very
very
cool.
nice.
Yeah,
Well
I
done,
might
Steve.
have to reduce the volume, so I apologise if I have definitely did for myself.
Woke us up in preparation for what's about to happen. But cool. So we should get started then as we enter the world of Osnithian, more specifically the continent of Stilmerg. A place born of and contained by magic, are powerful enough to create dragons who themselves brought other creatures into existence. Or at least that's how the history is written anyway. But after a couple of centuries, the dragons fell to the people of Snilmerg, and in their absence, the drow and the elves rose to power, which led to war. And with this war being waged across Snilmerg over many decades, we now find ourselves in a time of tentative peace, where even the smallest act of aggression could lead to all-out war again. And we join our party in the small roadside town of Mutebarrow in the nation of Steoshar, the Free Territory. It's the season of the falling, with the harvest coming up soon, and some of them looking to rest, maybe find some work, or follow their own quests. But let's find out. As Dave, if you wish to introduce your character to everyone, please.
Okay. I'm just trying to find a picture. Sorry, there we go. So my name is Kingsman. I am someone from a distant land, northeast of our current location, and I like to follow the rules. Anything else, you'll just have to ask, and then we'll find out. Is that enough?
That is perfect, Kingsman. As you enter into Mutebarrow, and more specifically, the shopping district, as I'm going to call it, which is a small dirt road that has only 5 buildings, 2 on either side and 1 at the end. And you notice that these buildings are all made of wood walls, they have slate roofs. And the unusual thing here, as a landlocked town, is that they're about 4 or 5 feet raised off of the ground on stilts, with wooden walkways in front of them, with steps leading up. What is Kingsman doing here in Mutebarrow?
I am looking for a soft bed, a warm place to rest, and a hot meal.
And as you enter into Mutebarrow, into the dirt road, to your left you see a cart, more like a wagon with a cloth top and a wooden base and 2 horses at the front. And you see a wood elf holding 2 apples, just feeding her horses, who notices you coming through and goes, "You all right, Kingsman? How are you doing?"
Hello, how do I know you?
"You don't remember me? I'll pretend not to be offended." And Kingsman, make a history check to see how much you can remember of your interactions with this person.
Okay.
First roll of the game.
First roll. It's a fucking that one.
I
Are you
was just
kidding
going
me?
to call that.
Hold
There
on.
was too many
Now-
20s last night.
now-
was doing
you said
one.
history check. History check is +0. So yeah.
You have no idea where you know this wood elf from, but they evidently know you. You're at this point, you're not even sure if you've even actually met this wood elf. You're quite confused.
I don't think I know you. Your name?
Can't believe you don't remember. My name's Neri Lana, but you can call me Neri, as you used to call me before.
Neri. Okay. How long have I known you, Neri?
It's a weird question to ask someone, I'm not going to lie, Kingsman. That's quite a weird question, but you see me, driving around, transporting stuff. I used to do a bit of work for your old boss.
My boss. And you see he immediately kind of straightens up at the mention of a boss.
So, do you have anything in particular, Kingsman?
No, my reasons and my destinations are my own.
As always, from what I remember. Well, you be safe in this town. Don't go causing no trouble.
Okay, Neri.
And do you stand there in the middle of the street, or do you wander into the town? Do you look around for anything?
I'll just Kingsman has quite a he likes to think of himself as quite a strategic thinker. So I'm just going to step away from the wagon. Is he moving, or is he just parked and just hanging out?
It's parked up in front of one of the shops.
I'll just kind of visually inspect the wagon, and I'll walk around the back. If it has flaps, if the flaps are open, I will take a look inside. If it's full of crates, people, or empty, I'll make a note, and then I'll make a note of the shop that it's parked outside of. What kind of shop is it?
So the wagon, as you go round, I can tell you now, you could roll a perception. You will never find the secrets this wagon has. But it is empty. There is nothing inside. But it's parked out of Sifter's General Store, which you would guess probably has your basic things inside, but nothing special.
Okay. And I'll walk further up the street, and I'll just think to myself, Neri. And I'll make a mental note.
And as you walk up, make me a perception check.
Ooh. Perception. That's not good. 9.
Cool, no worries. And you wander up, avoiding some of the puddles that are in the street. You do notice that it's about 11 in the morning. There's not a lot of people around. But you wander up. And as you wander up, another figure enters into the dirt road. So, Steve, if you would like to introduce your character for me, please.
Yes, so my name is Shaith Julak. He's human. He's about 6'7" tall, very tall, broad, completely bald, with a brown beard, sort of peppered through with grey. So he's older, I guess, than many of the normal adventurers starting out life. He has lived previously. They originally hailed from a small settlement called Midville, which is on within the nation of Briox-Garay, which is to the southern side of Snilmerk. But that isn't where he lived. That isn't where he grew up. He grew up somewhere else entirely, which maybe we'll find about a bit later on.
Maybe. What is Shaith doing in Mute Barrow? What is he here to achieve?
So he's basically finished here. The last job that he had was a caravan guard. We'll go with that trope for now. And he's finished his assignment, and he's now looking for his next job. He needs coin in his pocket, and he's basically up for a bit of wandering for the time being. Bit of self-discovery. It's been a long time in the wars, so he's looking to take on a few jobs, get a bit of coin, maybe find somewhere to settle after a while of wandering.
Cool. And as you wander in to Mute Barrow, you also notice the cart to your side. The wood elf now just got a brush out and is brushing down the horses. You can wander in. You can have a chat with someone if you want to. What do you want to do?
I'm going to completely blank the elf, walk past, and I'll try and find the nearest tavern.
Cool. Make me a perception check as you walk past the cart.
9.
Oh, yeah,
Go the mines.
This is not gonna...
Oh, strong rolls, yeah.
This will not end badly for all of you if you keep this up. Don't worry.
If you ask me to flex on something, I'm good. Okay, perception, not so much.
Yeah, it's not a very perceptive party. Don't worry, you're not alone. Cool. So you wander up and you struggle to look around, but as you do, you see a sea elf walking towards you, just reading a book, and he's got his head buried in the book, and you don't notice him because you're looking around, and he bumps into you. Oh, and he looks a little bit worried and stutters as he tries to speak.
I turn my head down and look at him, and I'll go, and then sidestep and walk off.
Cool. You don't notice what he does. That's fine. He then quickly scampers off. But you do notice as you look down and then look back up straight in front of you, that there is one building that stands out because it has got a darker stained wood and a darker roof. And it is the building at the very far end, which has a massive sign of a humanoid hand holding like a deep fried oblong shaped potato with a seagull diving down to grab it with its beak, just caught in motion. And it's called a diving gull.
I shall head straight for that. The diving gull.
And you head on, and you also notice ahead of you someone who other people might call tall and quite large human, but to you he's actually, you can tell he's slightly shorter, but probably the same rough build as you. But cool. And as you wander on, another figure wanders into this town. Pan, if you would like to introduce your character for me, that'd be great.
Yeah. I'm playing Far Horizon. Far is a half elf. He's about medium height, about like 5'9" or so. He's got a jaunty tash with a rakish hair swept to one side. His outfit itself looks like he was once wearing some kind of training robes, but he's tried to like fancy it up himself. There's a lot of like personal touches and things. And he's looking around. He's got a smile on his face. He's looking to try and make a good score and some friends who can help him to make a good score. So he's tentatively thoughtful. This place is not quite what he expected. He was spending quite so much mud, but that's fine. Let's get to see what we can find.
Cool. And as you walk in, the wood elf, who is still tending to her horses, spots you coming down. Oh, hello, Far. Long time no see. How are you?
Far, like a small bow. Hey, how's it going? It's good to see you again.
Oh, we're not playing that game, are we, Far?
No, of course not. Of course not. It's busy guy. What's up there? How you been? You alright?
I'm very well. You would know, Far, that this wood elf is called Neri because you have done a lot of business. Some of your shadier business, shall we say, has been done definitely with this wood elf.
Yeah, this is one of those things where you pretend that you're like, oh, I don't know this person, but
just as the name comes back to you.
Yeah.
But you know this wood elf because while she does do transporting and taxiing across the continent, she is heavily involved in smuggling as well.
Oh, lovely.
And has been in your line of business and is well respected in that community.
Gotcha. So, absolutely, like, give her another definitional go. So, any new business? Anything that's happening?
Nothing up my line of work. It's a bit quiet down here, but you never know. You might find something. There's some slightly odd individuals heading down the road. Keep your eye out. Maybe they'll lead to something.
Oh, yeah. Wait, hold on. Are we talking odd good or odd not so good?
One of this, one of that, bit of both. You pick.
Lovely. Well, thank you as always. You have been a pleasure. If you don't mind, I'm going to go and wet my whistle.
You enjoy yourself. Don't get too wet, though.
That's what I said. Hey, and he toddles off.
Cool. And you wander in and you wander off. And if you can also, as you walk past the car, make a perception check for me.
Yeah.
And if you could roll a 9, that would
that would generally be hilarious.
I got a 5.
Cool. No worries. You wander on. The one thing you do notice.
An inscrutable cart.
It's very distracting. But yeah, you can wander up and you notice the rather two large individuals who are wandering towards the tavern. And if they could just move themselves back slightly on the map, that would be great because they will not get that far. And then as you wander off, our final adventurer for today enters the town. Sarah, if you would like to introduce your character, that'd be great.
Oh, of course. Ira Cadere is an Aasimar. She's rather tall. She's 6'4", a lot taller than me. Very, very blonde hair. Her outer robes that she wears feature stars and moons. And you don't need even a 5 or a 9 on your perception check to notice that she's a little bit on edge, a little bit wiry. It looks like she wants to dart in every direction at once.
Cool. And Ira, as you enter into the village, you hear a familiar voice, or one of two familiar voices. I'm not sure about this place. Be very careful here, Ira. There is something not right.
Okay. Eyes open.
But then you hear another voice, a different voice. Ah, like this place. And the hairs on the back of your neck just stand up a little bit, as it does with that voice. But then you carry on. What would you like to do in Mutbarrow?
I would like to. I will cast my eyes around all of the buildings, and then look for the nearest person that could tell me what any of these signs might say.
Maybe a perception check. And if you get in double figures, I will lower the DC for you.
Eight.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's one of those games.
Amazing. Cool. So you don't really notice much. You do notice the buildings are slightly higher, and you think that's a bit odd. You can't miss the cart, and you see a couple of shops. The only things that really stand out to you are the people ahead of you, a half-elf and two rather large, what you would think are probably humans from here.
Cool. I will head for them.
Cool. And you can head down and you wander down. And Shaith, yeah, that's about right. About where you were, that's fine. About there. Yeah, that'll do, Kingston, that's fine. As you get nearer to what is evidently the tavern, what you hear before you see anything is and the shattering of glass as a body flies out of the front window of the tavern, which for you all is about here.
Oh.
This body just flies out and bounces on the ground and rolls to Kingsman within about 5-10 feet of you and doesn't move. And then you all notice as glyphs shine brightly in white light on the window frame, and the glass just repairs, as if this is not an unusual occurrence at this tavern. What would you like to do?
I'll start limbering up by rolling my shoulders, stretching out any kinks. I've been sat in a wagon for a few days. Stretch the legs. Might touch my toes once, just for good measure.
Oh, some sort of check to see if you pull a hamstring.
Yeah.
Probably not with the rolls today.
Get a wicked shy horse, and we will stay here till after you.
Yeah. Your leg goes dead and you just collapse. Kingsman, what are you up to?
Well, this person who's landed on the ground in front of me, and the fact that this is the pub, and the window has magically refixed itself. I look down at the unconscious body. I look up at the tavern. Give myself a little raised eyebrow, little smirk on the face. I just continue to walk up towards the tavern.
Cool. And as you get almost level with this body, the person who is not unconscious springs to his feet, and you see an old man with an eye patch on one side and on his left eye, and this long, straggly grey beard that goes down to his belly, who is incredibly thin with this dirty jacket with a hood up, holding a stick, stands in front of you and goes, "Who are you? Are you one of them? Are you with them? Are you one of them? Are you with them? Who are you? What are you doing here? Why are you? What's going on?" And continues doing this almost on a loop in front of your face.
No, I am. My name is Kingsman. What's a question for you, my friend? Why were you flying through the window?
Well, that's what happens when you get thrown. Are you one of them?
Well, you say one of them. One of them what?
And he leans in and he grabs the one bit of clothing you're wearing on your upper torso and tries to pull you in, but he has to really reach because you're quite tall and he's not very tall. and tries to pull you in.
I don't go with it. I just look confusedly down at this waif of a man.
Like hanging from your chest, I imagine.
Yeah, he is. He jumps up to grab it and expects you to lean down, and is now just hanging off. Are you part of the syndicate?
No, I am not.
And he lets go and drops down. Can I check?
When you say check, I don't have a stamp or a mark.
Oh, you've got a special way.
Well, I'll take a step backwards. I don't agree with your special way. I'm looking for something, a hot meal. Can I find a hot meal in there? As a point to the tavern.
You'll find them in there.
Well, maybe I'll go and ask them.
It's your funeral. Make an insight check for me.
Okay. No, it's an 8. Have we
Okay,
got?
cool.
Has anyone got above 10
Have we
yet?
had double digits today?
I'm just going to check my dice. I just rolled an 8. Okay, maybe it's just that day. Cool. Yeah, no, it just seems like a very confused, elderly man. Maybe he's drunk, maybe he's not. You can't really tell. Shaith, as you have wandered up onto that walkway,
Yep.
you notice the door opens before you get there, and you see in front of you a figure wearing a leather jacket with a very high collar and this leather hat that is just pulled down tight, and you can just make out some leather scales and some orange on their lips as they stand blocking your way.
You appear to be in the doorway. Are you going in or coming out?
I'm definitely coming out. Who are
Then-
you?
A customer.
Not yet, you're not, because you're not inside.
Yes, because you're preventing me from entering the establishment. I'm sure the barman won't be too pleased that you're stopping him from getting paid.
He won't be worried about money.
Since you're coming out, I'll step aside to allow you to continue your journey, seeing as you seem obsessed with upsetting mine. I'll be the bigger man because, well, I am the bigger man.
Ooh. Ooh.
And she smiles, this massive, toothy grin with these jagged teeth. You can always be cut down, darling. And she will, if you step past, she will wander down here. But you will find your pathway blocked by more people if you try and go in.
I'll watch her, see where she's going.
Cool. So she wanders down here, Kingsman, to where you are. Ira and Far, what are you doing while you see this unfold?
I am definitely moving forward to listen to the conversation.
Yeah, amen.
She's a little scared of Kingsman already, but she's going to get like close enough to listen over your shoulder, and the first chance she gets, she'll be, what are we doing? Why were you on the floor?
Far for his part is going to like be close enough to listen because he heard, tells us what might be useful, but definitely not going to get too involved right now. He's very industriously looking at a rock nearby.
I won't ask you to roll perception for the rock. It's just a rock. It's fine.
I will get a 5. It's fine.
Yeah. Ira, as you asked the old man, what are you doing? What's going on?
Yes, he seems quite talkative.
He very much is, and he immediately turns to you away from Kingsman. Who are you? What's going on? What are you doing here? Are you one of them? What's going on? And continues his loop of just rambling like an insane person.
I'm Ira. One of who? Who are they?
And he will walk up to you past Kingsman and try to grab hold of you this time and pull you closer.
She'll go quite happily. Yeah.
Cool. one of the syndicate.
Who are the syndicate?
Can I do my test to see if you're one of them?
God, this book is fascinating.
Does it hurt?
It's like leaning closer.
Maybe.
Okay.
Cool. And he bonks you on the head with his stick, and you take 1 point of damage.
That's
Am I
what
able to react?
maybe.
Can I react to that?
If you have a suitable reaction, yes.
Well, can I just react to it and just
Yeah.
grab him before he hits her?
Or you would have to make a dex check to see if you can beat him.
Okay, here we go. First double digit.
I hope so.
Nope.
Cool. Yeah, no, you don't. Kingsman, you go to grab him because that is your thing. Like, you are used to controlling people. He is so wiry and a little bit sweaty that you can't get a grip of him, and he just bonks Ira on the head of his stick. It doesn't cause a lot of damage, but he reacts. Oh, you're not one of them, so that's good.
You said maybe. How does that
Yep.
not hurt?
I might have missed.
No, you definitely got me.
Oh, okay. And as you're doing that, the lizard folk has walked down and she is stood next to you, arms crossed. And you're all stood roughly together and looks around at all of you. Notices Far is observing that stone with great attention.
Sweating and staring at it and trying to listen.
Please do leave my things alone.
Are you talking about the rock, or are you talking about the man?
Oh, hey, this book's yours. I'm sure I can leave it at that.
No one touched the rocks. And the lizard folk grabs the old man by the scruff of his coat and starts to pull him backwards. And he just starts shouting, "Oh, no, Iris, please help me. Stop them. They're going to hurt me. Please help me."
I will step in and try to break the grip from this woman on the back of his cloak or hood or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just to do that and try to keep hold of her wrist and try to keep hold of the scruff of his neck as I separate the two.
Cool. You can make an athletics check. I'll let you do to try and get hold of her. This is basically a grapple check.
See, now we're getting somewhere. I got a nat 20 plus 5.
Oh, damn.
Excellent, because she got a
Right.
19, so you did
So-
need to do well.
Yeah.
I step between the two, and sort of side by side. So I am wedge myself in. And for those of you who are watching live, is it okay to put the map up, Ross?
Yeah, you can show them the map now. We're at a point where that's
There we
probably a
go.
good idea.
Sure.
Oh, nice.
Cool. And as you do this, Kingsman, you wedge yourself, and she tries to hold on but loses her grip and takes a bit of cloth with her. She looks at you and smiles, and over her shoulder, she speaks a language none of you understand, but she clearly is shouting some words. And out of the tavern, Shaith, the three people that were blocking your way come out, and you see a Kenku, a human, and a Triton walk out, all wearing very mismatched clothing and looking a bit disheveled. But they then head out of the tavern. And if everyone could roll initiative, that'd be really great.
Cool.
Oh, man, my rock.
Right. By the way, Ross, your tokens are at the top of the map. If you want to grab those and bring them in, you can set them up as you wish.
Yep. Which one is it? Oh, it's that one. There we go.
What's that, 19, 20, that's
Are you going to do
21.
one initiative for all of them, Ross, or individual?
Yeah, they'll be operating on the same one.
Okay, I'll just add. I'll add the first character to initiative then.
Right, so for the players, if you haven't used this before, you'll see your name is on the initiative list in the top left. You can just put in your own number, so you have control over that.
Gotcha.
There we go. Oh no, this isn't looking very good for you, is it? Oh no.
Yeah, even the initiative didn't get the good rolls.
Cool.
Apart from
We,
Kingsman.
we shall see how this
I am
goes.
close to going and getting different dice.
Do we need a break so you can all put your dice in jail and then
Yeah,
try and
yeah.
sort that out?
I've not. These are not used. These are unused dice.
You got to break them in. That's what it is.
You've got to train them. You've got to
Yeah.
set them right.
They're like
All my
tools.
dice are all up to their max dice thing is always at the top, so they all know how they should land.
That's how I stack mine. Yeah, I do
Which
that.
might not be helpful for you all today. But cool. So, Kingsman, as you step in and you push them aside, and more of this group arrive from the tavern, the lizard folk smiles at you, but you are quicker than her, and you get to go first in initiative. So, what would you like to do?
Okay. Does she have any visible weapons on her?
So you can see that on her belt, on her side, she has a scimitar, and she also has a dagger. Is what you can see.
Okay.
A few daggers.
The first thing that goes through my head is what this old guy said about a bonk on the head. So as I've got the two separate, and as I see 3 more goons coming out of the bar, obviously her people, I'm just going to ball my hand into a fist, and I'll pop on top of her head.
On top of her
I
head.
can do that. Yeah.
Cool.
Or a whack-a-mole. Bonk.
You test
Jimmy
to
Mallet.
see if she's a member of the syndicate.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm just testing,
Yeah.
and I'll hit her as hard as I can.
Definitely a fail-safe method.
That's not bad. It's 16 plus 5, so 21.
21 will hit. Roll some damage.
Well, that is, if that's an unarmed strike, it's 4 damage.
Cool. Anything else on your turn?
No, I just go. Poof. I'm going to see if there's any reaction from her.
So you just see the hat goes down slightly on the head, so it covers her eyes a little bit more. And she winces a little bit because it hurts. You have just hit her on the head.
Yep.
But she doesn't look that bothered by it.
Okay. So she took the hit. Is what I'm judging here. Is she took the hit?
Yeah, she definitely
Okay.
took that hit.
Right. Mental, no, that's fine. I'll keep hold of her. Boom. I'll just grab hold of her with the 2 hands.
Cool. And as you grab
Definitely
hold
well
of her, she pulls out her scimitar and pulls out her dagger. She doesn't need to be anywhere too far away
Oh,
from
well,
you.
maybe she is. She's all the weapons.
And she's going to take 2 swipes at you with the scimitar and try and stab you with the dagger. Well, that's good. One of the scimitar slashes misses because she got a nat 1, so that's very fortunate.
Cool.
But then with a 20 and a 19, they are both going to hit. So I'll just roll some damage for you, Kingsman. 'Cause you didn't rage on your turn, did you?
I have not raged.
Okay, just double checking that was intentional. Because you're going to take 13 points of slashing and piercing damage as she swipes at you once and misjudges, actually, because you've got hold of her, the distance, and then swipes at you again and gets you, and then stabs you in your arm. But you can still retain your grip. That's fine.
Okay.
And she again shouts back to the people behind her in a language none of you speak because you didn't select it. And that is going to be the end of her turn. But then the other bandits start moving in. And they can't get too far.
Okay.
But they don't need to. Shape, one is going to take a swing at you with their scimitar as they all draw simultaneously.
Yep,
For a 13, which definitely does not hit you.
that's correct. It doesn't hit me.
Even at your back, swipes at you, but can't hit you. And you can feel, as it misses, the blade is shaking slightly from the human that tries to attack you. And then Kingsman, you're going to get another attack, but 8 misses. As you see the Triton one in front of you tries to slash at you, but is also shaking slightly because you're both quite intimidating presences, I would suggest. And the Kenku doesn't do anything at the moment, just stands there, just looking with its scimitar drawn. And that is the end of the bandit's turn. And then Shafe, that is now your turn. You got a few people around you, bit of pressure.
I will equip my shield because I obviously didn't have that out, and I will draw my weapon. I'll turn slightly at the one that is behind me, the one that took the swipe. I'll deal with you in a minute. And then I'm going to step up directly behind the lizard folk, who has already annoyed me by standing in my way and preventing me from getting into the pub.
Yep.
And I'll take a swipe.
Cool. And you're flanking, so you can do it with advantage.
Thank you very much, because I will bloody well need it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Jesus H. Christ. Right, this is no word of a lie, right? I have advantage. I have rolled both the same number, and that number is 4,
Oh,
which plus 5 is 9. All I've rolled tonight on 3 dice is 9.
I'll break him in, man. I'll break him in.
I know I said before you're gonna make it out of this session. You
Yeah,
might
no.
not.
So that's my turn over.
Cool. No bonus action or anything.
That set is getting back in the box.
Cool. No worries. So then we move on to Far. It is now your turn. The stone is less interesting now, maybe.
Yeah, no, suddenly the stone is not interesting. Far took a moment, take a moment to size up the two groups and figure out which one he should probably need more help. And he's like, these are two like big guys, and she looks tough. I'll stick with these guys. And he's going to nip in. There you go. This water elf here.
Triton.
Elf here. And then go, hey, sorry, and then just punch him in the gut.
Cool. Make some attack rolls.
All right. Okay, that is 21 to hit.
21 hits. Roll some
Nice.
damage.
Nice. And that's 5 damage.
Cool. 5 damage for
Yep.
that one. And as you punch this Triton in the stomach, like just vomits up a little bit, and definitely looks like you've probably like bruised a liver in there. Looks actually quite badly hurt already.
You can feel free to leave at any time, buddy.
Cool.
And that's
Any bonus action for you, Far?
no.
No? Okay, cool. Ira, we then come to you. What would you like to do as people are punching each other and fighting and stabbing?
You will hear Ira say, you look like you've got this, and she'll back up a little bit, and then kind of rethink it, and okay, and she will Eldritch Blast.
Who are we Eldritch blasting?
Nice.
The lizard folk, the one in the middle, not my friends. Hopefully they will be friends. We'll see. Oh, thank God. That is a 17 to hit.
17, just about hits.
Cool. That's this dice, and is 11 points of damage.
Cool. And what does your Eldritch Blast look like, Ira, as you send it off at this lizard folk?
It is most definitely very, very deep blue with twinges of yellow right around the edges, but you will know that every time she casts it, she looks shocked that it's happened. Every single time.
Cool. And those that are surrounding the lizard folk, you see this Eldritch Blast hit, and she does react to that. That does hurt, but she then
Sorry.
sees herself.
Sorry.
Some very apologetic people. This is nice.
Yeah, she's gonna say, "Oh, nice hit."
Anything else on your turn, Ira?
No, not this turn.
Cool. No worries. We are then back to the top of the round. So Kingsman, that is you.
Okay, so everything is breaking out in the same go. I just see all of this happening, and with her making me bleed while I've got my two hands around her. I don't like that at all. It makes me very angry. So I am going to rage at this point. So while she's staring at me, she will see, as I've got her by the collar, I physically start to shake. The muscles of my body swell, and she's the only one who can see this because she's close enough. As I bring my head towards her, my eyes will start to glow and flare like a white blue light as it comes out. And I describe this as that scene in Lord of the Rings where the ghosts suddenly start running out from me. And that is my feet and ancestral protectors. And you see these two ghostly barbarian figures appear around her and just grab hold of her so that she can't do anything. Or at least she has to struggle against them. And
Seeing this, definitely realize I'm on the right side this time. That's good. That's impressive and terrifying.
And I will move my arms down from her collar, down to her wrists, where she's holding the blade and the dagger. And I will attempt to crack them.
Cool. Make me a strength check, which now you're raging, you make it with advantage. The DC will be relatively high because she is relatively strong herself.
I've got a 17 and a 19. 19 with advantage.
So you get one of them. You should pick which hand, either the stronger
sword.
hand or the sword. So the scimitar, the wrist just cracks, and the scimitar drops to the ground and clatters on the ground as she winces in pain. And she's definitely hurt by that. And for damage, I think that's going to be a D10. Roll me a D10 for damage on that because you've broken my wrist. That's quite painful.
There we go.
Having broken my wrist in real life before.
That's 5.
Cool.
Straight 5. And if I can I kick the sword away? Just want to get it as far away as I can.
You can. There's a lot of people around you, so you're likely to actually just to kick it into someone rather than actually get it away from where you are.
I'll leave it where I step on it. Step it into the mud.
Cool. Yeah, you can do that.
One foot on it. It's not going anywhere.
That's fine. We can do that. Anything else on your turn?
That's my turn. I've broken the wrist. My other arm is on her other wrist, and I'm just keeping her away from me.
Cool. No worries. So we are then on to her turn. And what she's going to do is she's going to try and break your grip. So if you can make an athletics check.
17.
You get advantage on that because you're raging still, don't you?
He doesn't.
So number 17.
She tries to struggle and get away from you, but can't. So instead, is going to try and cut you with the dagger, which is a 17.
The 17 does get. Well, if I'm raging, it does hit me, but yeah, I've got a resistance.
Yeah. So that's fine. And that is going to be 4 points of piercing damage reduced for you to 2 as she tries to stab you. And again, you hear her shout, this time just towards the tavern, in a language you don't understand. But she's looking a little bit more panicked, but she's not badly hurt. She just hasn't got all of her weapons that she would like to have at this point, I'd suggest. Cool. And then the other creatures are going to move in. Shaith, you're still going to have the human try and swing at you, even though I know you're very difficult to hit, and he realizes that too. And Kingsman, this Kenku's going to come over, and they're going to try and wrestle you off of the lizard folk.
That's not going to work.
Oh, it might do. So if you can roll an athletics check for me, as I've rolled this, and you do that with advantage.
Well, I've got a nat 20, and that is that's a 5. That's a 10. So I've got nat 20, 25, or I've got a 10.
We'll take the 25 because they got a 19. As this Kenku tries to grab onto you and jump on you and distract you and get you off of the lizard folk, but cannot. The other two are just going to take swings, and the Triton in front of you that you punch in the stomach feels really bad and unwell. So much so that they swing at you and they miss, as they're almost just trying to like swing away,
Yeah.
like just keep you at a distance with the sword rather than
Far
actually hit
fights
you.
in a very like Jackie Chan style. So like he's like, "Hey, I'm really sorry. Whoop! Didn't mean to hit that hard."
While leaning back and kicking at the same time.
Yeah.
Completely whips it. Shaith, the human though behind you with a 21 will hit you this time.
Yes, he will. Yeah.
As he has found some confidence, it seems, or a sin that he might be about to die if this doesn't go his way, for 8 points of slashing damage as he cuts you and is able to pierce through your shield and your armor to actually hurt you, which is a pretty impressive feat for this human, I can tell you. But they do look a bit panicked, all of them, because this has definitely not gone the way that they were hoping it would go. And then we are on to Shaith. It is your turn, having just been slashed and just heard the lizard folk have its wrist snapped in front of you.
Having been stabbed in the back, which is the antithesis of everything that my religion stands for, I just draw myself up to my full height, towering over, I guess, everybody in the vicinity, and I call upon the power of Tritherion. And I just yell this visceral scream, like the veins pop out my neck as I just shout, "Fuck away!" And I invoke my channel divinity and use my conquering presence, and every creature within 30 feet needs to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Us too.
That is every creature, isn't it?
Whoa.
every
Okay.
Yeah, so that is everyone needs to make a wisdom saving throw. What's the
Okay.
DC, Steve?
DC is only 13.
13. Okay. You'd be surprised to know these bandits aren't particularly wise themselves, so we'll do it first.
Well, Far got a 5, so he goes, "Yes, sir."
I got a nat 1.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, no.
doing well.
Can I take my prisoner with me? Like, we're gonna fight over here. Come on.
So, Kingsman, what did you get?
I got a nat 1.
Okay. Ira, what did you get?
Oh.
Okay. Bar, what did you get?
5.
Cool.
This guy's really scary. Okay.
So the 3 bandits, the weakest people here, I would suggest, all pass because the lowest one of them rolled was a 15 with a plus nothing. But the lizard folk is frightened by it. So, Steve, tell us what that effect does.
You are all frightened for 1 minute, and you
Jesus.
can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, but you are frightened of me for 1 minute.
Okay,
Of-
do they have
of
to move
you.
away, or are they just frightened?
They're just frightened, so I believe they can't move towards me. I'll look at the condition. I believe they can't move towards me, and I don't think it allows them to attack me. But
Yeah,
I
so-
will check the condition.
So, frightened, you all have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within line of sight.
Oh no.
Oh god.
So, that's everyone. And you can't willingly move closer to the source of your fear, which would be Shaith. Cool. I can't see this being a problem. It's fine.
So that was a special, so I don't think that counts as an action, does it? So technically, I can still.
I'll let
Attack.
you have an attack as well, just because that was hilarious.
Yeah, fair.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna swing at the guy because he hit me. So I'm just thoroughly pissed.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna turn around and clatter him with a sword because the frightened presence is that is that 20.
Excellent.
About time.
Change the dice
So-
up. Let's go.
Steve, you can max your dice damage and then roll again and add that to it, so you get a proper crit. That is how I do crits, so they are meaningful.
So roll my dice damage, which I got a 2, plus my 3 is 5, and then roll again.
So what is your dice that you're rolling?
D8.
A D8. So that is 12 points of damage
Right, 12
that you're
points.
going to do, because you get 8 plus 13. It really doesn't matter. They haven't got that.
Oh,
many
okay, so
anyway.
it's a max dice damage plus whatever I roll.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Cool. So this human, what weapon have you got, Shane?
It's a long sword. So I just shield up, turn round, face him, just swipe horizontally at his midriff level, going straight
Cool.
for the stomach.
And you hear as you're swinging, "I'm so sorry, please." As you just slash through his stomach. You don't cut him in
Nice.
half. You've only got a long sword, but you do enough that he just crumples to the ground, and he is dead.
I'll just look down at him and look up at the Kenku that hasn't done anything yet, but is still standing there, ignoring my frightening presence, and I'll just say, "I just wanted to go to the pub."
Cool. The Kenku's looking pretty frightened, but it's not just frightened of you. So there's other stuff going on, and it's not actually frightened of you. But cool, Shane. Anything else on your
And that's
excellent
it.
turn?
That's my go.
Okay, Far, you are next, and I'll remind you that you have disadvantage on any attacks that you're doing while Shaith is in line of sight.
I think I might be the glue that binds this group together.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, Pan, you're on mute, I think.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I was. Sorry. Yeah, cool. That's fine. I'm just gonna keep like punching this sea elf. If I close my eyes, and I can't see him. This is fine.
You still get disadvantage. If you close your eyes, you definitely get
No, I'm
disadvantage.
definitely getting disadvantage.
It's a lose-lose situation. There's no winning there. But
All right, let's go again. Even though it's right there. No, that's a 9.
9 total.
9 total. Yeah, that's sure it's a hit. I am going to
Yeah.
disengage back. 5 foot? Yeah, I'm going to disengage 5 foot.
Are you using a key point to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yep. And you can move back, and no one's going to swing at you.
I'm just trying to get out of. I'm trying to get out of Shai's purview. This guy
Yeah.
can chase me.
If you can get Kingsman between you and Shaith, then you will be able to go that is enough.
Okay, that
Kingsman's
puts me
big enough
behind
to
the
block
old man then.
line. Yeah.
Right. So I hide behind the huge man. Not the other huge man.
Cool. And then next up, Ira. What are you doing on your turn as you are also frightened for a minute?
She is visibly terrified, but she's also kind of annoyed that this bird is in the way of the person she's attacking at the moment. And she's going to point directly at the bird. And she's going to say, no, that's very rude. And she's going to hex the bird. Followed immediately by her Eldritch Blast again. So she points, that's very rude. And then Eldritch Blast happens and she still looks terrified and shocked.
Cool.
But she will roll at disadvantage.
And Far, you can repeat your wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn. So if you roll a wisdom saving throw, you should be at 13.
That's
Hey, there we go. 19.
Cool. Ira, what did you do to hit?
13.
13? 13 is enough to hit that Kenku. Roll some damage.
Nice.
They are not very strong. This is a nice easy encounter. I was like, this will be nice and simple, straightforward.
That's going to be 14 points of damage.
Cool. So what happens to this Kenku is you obliterate it and kill it?
Feathers everywhere. All in the side of Kingsman's already very angry face. And feathers.
Just spatter
Yeah.
Kingsman with half feathers.
And
Just
she finds
burst.
herself shouting, sorry, again.
So polite. It's lovely. And you can repeat your wisdom saving throw to see if you're still frightened of Shaith.
Terrified. Absolutely terrified.
Cool. No worries.
Yeah.
And then Kingsman, we're back to you. you are frightened of Shaith, so any attacks you're going to do are at disadvantage.
Can I move Shafe, drag Shafe, not Shafe. Can I drag the lizard dragonborn woman with me and then attack?
Yeah, she's not going to
Physically
go
move
willingly, so there'll be an
Yeah.
opposed athletics check. But yeah, you absolutely can. It'd be half movement as well.
Okay.
Basically, like difficult terrain.
Yeah, that's fine. That's a 19.
Cool. So that's a 24 and a nat 20. So you don't move her, and she breaks. She is able to now break out of your grapple. So she is no longer grappled.
Okay. I'm gonna have. Well, do I? I still have to move away from Shafe, though, don't I?
No, you don't have to move anywhere. You can stay where you are. You just can't. You just have disadvantage on ability checks and attack.
Oh, does
rolls.
she? Does she have disadvantage because of the ancestral protectors?
No, that's about attacks on someone other than you. There's disadvantage on attacks.
I'll stay where I am. That's it. I'll try to move her. She won't move.
She definitely does not want to move. At least not where you want her to go, because it's now her turn. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yep. So she ducks down in order to get out of where she is amongst all of you, as she uses the disengage action to get between the Triton and Shaith, and runs over here to just below where the window is. And yeah, that's where she will stay. As you see, she puts her arm, her good arm, up her side, but still has a dagger in her hand. But that's the end of her turn. This poor Triton, like, he's just left on his own. Like, they've all died. This isn't good, is it? Kingsman, you are. I'll tell you what. I'll roll a dice and I'll see which one is going to attack. Yeah, Kingsman. So with a 17 to hit.
Yep.
Yeah. For 8 points of slashing damage, reduced to 4 for you. As this Triton, again, just nervously, just is slashing almost wildly, but is able to catch you and just opens a little wound on your chest. But nothing you haven't suffered before. You've definitely suffered worse. And then it tries to run away. So Shaith
Can I
and Kingsman,
reaction and trip him up?
you both have your reaction. You can do an attack, and if you do really well, you can try and trip him, or you can just attack.
So if I see that he's going for the trip, I'm going to go for an overhand slice and try and chop him as he's falling.
Cool. Roll attack.
We'll sync up nicely.
Brilliant. I got a 16.
Yep. Cool. And Shaith, what did you get?
7.
Cool. So what
Takes
happens
me
is,
What happens is I run out of dice tonight.
Kingsman, you are able to just catch the foot. You know when you like kick people's feet together as they run away, and they just clip. And as he does that, the Triton moves in a really weird way, and Shaith, you swing, and because of the tripping, basically he just goes whoosh, as the sword just goes over the top of his head and avoids him, and he lands.
I like you, Ross. Just covering up for my ineptness. It's great.
Hey, fails are fun. Fails are fun. It's okay. But as the Triton is now prone, but will use the rest of its movement to get back up, which is half movement because it didn't actually get anywhere, and then will also try and run away over to here, but doesn't get very far because you did trip it up as it stumbles and he can't get very far. Shaith, you are now up.
I'm just gonna go straight for the lizard folk lady, the lizard folk captain. So I'm gonna stride over, plonk myself straight in front of her, and repeat what I said before. I just wanted to get inside. I didn't want any trouble, but I'm certainly gonna finish it. And I'll take a swing. That's a 16 to hit.
16 exactly hits.
Excellent. That's 7 points of damage.
Cool.
Nice.
as you slash at the lizard folk, and you're able to cut through the leather jacket. But you see the lizard folk smiles at you with all these jagged teeth. And that's it. Anything else on your turn?
No. We'll leave it there.
Cool. Before we come to you, Far, the old man that is in front of you, who has just been stood there behind Kingsman, using Kingsman as like a bodyguard and like just a shield, has just been dipping his head around. You see him, he runs off over here. Far, it's now your turn.
Is he running away, or is he just going to hide like somewhere?
Make an insight check.
Cool. That is 10. It's 10. That's my first double digits.
Cool.
To check.
You get the impression. Yeah, you get the impression that there's a fight going on. He doesn't look like a fighter, and he's just running away on a 10.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna let him go. Like this seems to have gone again. I was also just coming for a pint, so this seems to have gone way overhead. So Far just watches him go and goes, "Well, I guess we'll never know who's in the syndicate."
Maybe not.
At least we know the secret of identifying them, though.
I'm not.
Try and test it.
Punch everyone in the head.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
you're not using a
doing
stick.
it.
Just a bonk on the head. That's all it is. That's why Kingsman's didn't work. He didn't use a stick. He didn't have a special stick. You see.
It's not a
That's right.
stick.
Oh, what are you doing? Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say if he's going to run away, if he does run past me, I'm going to just grab him then because this is kind of his fault, right?
I think fault is probably it's a difficult thing to say.
In the world
but
of Far
cool.
Horizon, anyone who's made something happen that wasn't his problem, it's their fault. So this guy's going to pay for it. Or at least that's what's going on.
Cool. So if you make an athletics check to try and grab him,
Mhm.
and then he will make something opposed.
It's a 4.
Cool. He rolled quite well.
Yeah.
So
I don't like Ross's dice. It's unfair.
it's a dice with a skull in it as well. So,
Oh,
Very
cool.
but so you go far to grab this old man, and he is very lithe, like almost. You see the wrinkles and the aged bones that he must have for how he looks, and he very easily, without any effort,
Wow.
just bends himself and slides to avoid your hands
So
and gets
sweaty.
away from you. Oh, you don't even touch him.
Oh, I
You
don't
even
get him?
to
Wow.
touch him. You can't even tell how sweaty he is because you don't even touch him.
This guy slow-mo gives me a wink and keeps moving.
You got an 18 altogether.
Yeah, fair play.
Cool. Anything else? You can have all that's for free. I'm not going to count that. You can just try and catch the old man for free. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
I can't get close to Chase, so I don't really have much I can do.
Oh, you can.
Oh, no, you passed your save throw.
wisdom. You passed your
Oh, I
wisdom
did
save.
pass my wisdom throw. Yes.
Yeah.
In that case, I gotta finish off this fella.
Oh, I didn't do my saving throw.
Do it for me now.
So I think
Wisdom.
pops up in this guy's vision again and goes, "Sorry," again, and clocks this dude.
Let's hope so.
13.
Yes, 13
All right,
is a bit more than needed to hit, but
excellent.
you do hit.
I hit for 4 points.
And 4 points for this Triton is just enough. What do you do far as you knock this person out?
I give him like the neck chop. Just like, this guy's probably had a worse as well, right? Someone was killing him. Hey,
It's wasting no time and effort. It's just and down.
Yeah.
Austin Powers karate chop. That's what
Yeah.
that's what I'm picturing because that's my generation. I think.
same. Father dandy guys, so we can go with that.
Cool. And he just freezes up as you do it, as you hit a real nerve point, and he
Yeah.
just flops to the side as he is unconscious, not dead, but unconscious. Anything else you would like to do
No,
on your
that's
turn?
it for me.
Cool. Kingsman, did you do your wisdom save?
I did. It got 11.
Cool. You're still frightened.
Okay.
Ira, it is now your turn. You are also still frightened.
I am. I am going to turn my attention to the only person that's really been really, really rude that's still left with us, and I will point at the lizard that we still don't know the name of. You're the rudest. You really are. And I will turn my hex over to them as I attempt to Eldritch Blast.
I actually thought you was going to say me.
I'm considering you next.
You don't have to worry about that. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine.
Oh, 15?
15 does not hit. As this lizard folk, you send your blast off, and this lizard folk is just able to see it coming and dodge it.
Cool. I will make my wisdom save, though. Also, as is now hexed, I'm going to choose a disadvantage on strength checks, please, just in case it comes up. 15.
Yes, you're no longer frightened. So it's just Kingsman and the lizard folk now who are frightened of Shafe.
Man.
Excellent news. Cool. Anything else on your turn, Ira? That's the end of it, so you're done.
No.
Cool. Kingsman, you are up next. What would you like to do? You cannot move towards the lizard folk.
Because Shafe is there.
Yeah.
There are some, I will tell you, there are some stones by your feet and some rocks in this dirt track.
My stones.
Yeah, I was just going to grab a rock, a really big rock with my big hands, and
About
just
D6 of rock.
and lob it at her.
Cool. And yeah, you can do a normal attack because you are definitely proficient in improvised weapons.
That is, what is that? It's 15 plus. Is that what's my proficiency? 2, 15, 17 to hit with a rock.
Oh yeah, plus your strength as well. So you get like So
Extra
yeah, you
20 on top of
easily fling this rock and it hits the lizard folk straight in the face.
Is that a D6? You want me to roll damage?
Yeah, and plus your strength modifier as well too.
So 6 points of damage as
Cool.
this rock takes out the side of her face.
And you do Shape. You see it like some teeth have fallen out, and there's a split lip now for this lizard folk. Anything else on your turn, Kingsman?
If I can't move closer towards, I will kind of circle around a little bit.
Okay,
That's all.
you can do that if that's what you choose to do. You can do that.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you.
Cool. It's now the lizard folk's turn, who's looking a bit badly beaten up. Shaith, you see this lizard folk in front of you, and again, this language you do not speak. You hear a muttering. Make an insight check for me, Shaith.
That's a 6. And it's
We all need
adding some numbers, but not many. In fact, no numbers. So that's
No,
6.
no, don't worry about it. Cool. You hear some mutterings, and you can't quite. It feels like a familiar rhythm, but you can't quite pick it out. And then you see the lizard folk look over its shoulder up towards the window, and then look at you and smile. So, Shaith, Far, and Kingsman, can you please make me dex saving throws?
Oh,
Ira, you are just far enough away that this won't impact you directly, but you
18.
can make a strength saving throw, Ira.
19.
13.
18.
Well, that is
12.
very fortunate for some of you. Okay, cool. So you all react, and was that with advantage, Steve?
No, it wasn't with advantage.
Not Steve. Sorry, Dave.
It was not. And I got a 19.
Cool. Your danger sense. So, and what you're reacting to is you all suddenly see inside the tavern through the window the light of flame as the tavern explodes and erupts.
Oh,
Shaith, you are just close enough that as this fire comes up, you see a silhouette in the window. You can't make out any features, but you can see a humanoid silhouette and shadow inside the window. And then the tavern just explodes and fire ignites out. Ira, you are pushed back. You don't go very far because of where you are, but you are pushed back against the railings behind you by the force of this. and you take 6 points of force damage as you get pushed back.
Ouch.
Kingsman, Shaith, and Far, you feel the flames. You're able to dodge some of it as it bursts out. Far, you take all of it because you don't quite see it coming. There's a little stone next to you that's quite a nice stone. Oh, shit.
I get distracted for just a moment.
Okay, that roll wasn't too bad for me, so that's fine. So you each take 12 points of fire damage for Far and 6 points for Shaith and Kingsman as these flames roil over you and just burst out.
Well,
And
that's up.
Shaith, when you look back, the lizard folk is gone. They are not there. They have disappeared. And there is no one else on the field for you to immediately fight. What would you all like to do?
I'm looking straight in that window to see if I can still see the silhouette. I'm assuming that the whole front of the pub has now exploded.
You see nothing inside. You just see flame. Make me a perception check as you're the closest, and you might notice.
That's a 19 plus 2, 21.
That is excellent news. This flame, like the smoke, you can sense it in your nostrils, and there is a different. Doesn't smell like normal fire. There's a little hint of sulfur to it, but there is no one inside. Like the inside is destroyed. The building to your left is now in flames, and you notice that it is a medic station, but it is up in flames. The building to the right is also up in flames from this explosion.
I will look over to the building, which is the bigger building is one to the right hand side of the map.
Yeah.
It'll be my left as I'm looking at it. Do I see anyone in that side of the building?
No, we'll keep your perception check going, so it's a good roll. No, as you look around, you can see the flames are lighting up the inside, and it looks empty.
Okay, that's what I want to do is just make sure that the buildings are empty.
Oh, sorry. To be clear, the medic station was empty as well.
So no one has looked in there. Far, if you want to
Yeah.
look in there, you can
Yeah,
make
for
a
sure.
perception check.
18.
Yep, so you can see in the medic station as you do, you see there's a back door. You can just see through a window. There's a back door that is open, and you cannot see anyone as the light is coming through and the flame illuminates, but there's no one inside there.
Okay, all right. That's okay. That's real bad, but no one got hurt, so I guess not as bad.
The pub's been blown to next week.
Yeah, that's actually really bad. Also,
Not getting a drink.
yeah.
Ira,
We should-
what are you up to? Just quickly, while as this has just happened, just get what everyone's done. This has just happened.
Can I look back down the street? I'm looking for anybody that could give me information, and also for that old man with the patch.
The old man is where he is is just behind you, but make a perception check to see if you can see anyone else.
17 plus 2, 19.
Nice. So you don't notice anyone else really. Like there is no one running on the street here. There is no one suddenly pouring out of these buildings. But you do notice Neri, who is stood by her cart, has got a crossbow drawn and appears to be pointing it towards the alleyway that is just below you. And
Okay.
you can hear the sounds of footsteps.
I will make my way back around the corner, holding myself up on the water barrel after being thrown backwards, and approach the gent with the eye patch. Was that the syndicate?
Must have been them. It's always them. You're not one of them. I've checked you. I don't have to do it again, do I?
Do I need to check you?
And he bonks himself on the head, and he looks a little bit dazed. No, I'm fine.
Okay. Where have they gone?
And he doesn't answer. But Kingsman, what are you up to after this explosion has just happened?
There's no more enemy combatants that I can see
Not
on
that
the
you can
field,
see.
so I'm going to come out of the rage. Ancestral protectors disappear, and Am I still scared of Shafe?
Maybe yeah, it's for a minute. So technically, yes. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
All right, let's have another go. That's a 3. So...
Cool. Yeah, you are still. So there's just something
I-
about shape. Like he's he's an inch taller than you as well, and like you are right now that inch in height. You are.
I am
that's a big
6'6".
It's
You
awful.
sod.
6'7".
And he is because I checked this earlier when I saw that Jake was 6'7". I was like, oh, I wonder how tall Kingsman is.
So I will.
You're
I will.
feeling that.
I will back away with all the flames and the explosion going off. I will back away and I will see Ira talking to the strange guy with the eye patch who came up to me earlier. And I'll ignore Shafe. I'm just not obviously going to show that I am scared. So I'm just going to walk away bravely and go towards the skinny, old, sweaty, smelly dude and find out what's going on over there.
Cool. And you can head over there. Shafe, do you stay where you are?
I'm going to go and grab one of them water barrels and start trying to douse out some of the flames on
I'm
the
actually going to help
buildings.
Shape with that one, yeah.
Okay, cool. I won't make you roll for it as you can start trying to pick up these water barrels and put out these buildings.
Cool. I'll be right back as well.
Cool. And as you're doing this, Ira, you heard the footsteps, and it wasn't just from the alleyway you're near, it was also the alleyway on the opposite side of the street. As you can now see more of this gang, for want of a better expression, they are starting to flood out of these alleyways. They are coming now from behind the tavern, and you would probably count about 20 plus of them. And Kingsman, one of them stands out to you as you start to see them. It is this Triton with a face mask on, wearing a robe, and they are dragging this stone mace that is almost as big as their body behind them, and they are looking directly at you. What would you all like to do as this rather large group of people come towards you?
I feel like it's time to go. I'm going. Good luck, as she'll say to Kingsman, and just tap him lightly on the chest. And then she's going to back up towards the cart or the road that she came in via.
Cool.
I kind of agree with. I'm going to agree, and I say quickly to safety. We can use the cart. Old man, you are strange, but you'll be safe with us. We should go.
I'm not going anywhere. I've tested you. And he runs down the alleyway.
Ah.
He is a crazy old man, and he is not going to do what you predict him to do. Cool. So you're going towards the car. Ira, you're walking towards the car. Shape, what are you doing?
I'm myself and Far trying to put out the fire on the side of the medic station so that it doesn't spread to the rest of the town and burn the whole thing down. And I'm not sure we're aware that these people are
You
coming
can
out
see
towards
them
us.
starting to come out now because they are coming from the sides of the medic station. You can see them
Okay.
as they come out.
Then I'll look towards Ira and Kingsman and see what they're doing. Do I see them heading towards the cart?
You definitely do, yes.
Then I'll grab Far by the collar and drag him down the street in that direction.
Cool. And for the purpose of this, we'll say he goes with you voluntarily and he's not going to fight that until Pan is back. Cool. And as you do, and you go towards the car, Neri, who is there, goes, I'm going to guess that you all want a lift. And you see she takes a pot shot at one of the bandits and just straight through the eye as one of them goes down.
Ooh.
Jump on. We'll sort out fees later on.
I'll jump on the back.
Cool.
And I'm going to dump some lay on hands on myself as well.
That sounds like a good move. Is everyone getting in the cart, or is anyone not getting in the cart, more importantly?
No,
Well, the old
I'm
man's
getting
not
on
getting in the cart, so yeah, we're getting in the cart.
He's definitely not. Cool. So you get in the cart. Neri takes another pot shot, and this time gets one of the bandits in the shoulder, which slows them down. She jumps up the front, and she hi-yahs, and you start to speed off Who's in the back of the car? Shape and Far, can you make a perception check? As you do, you pour off into the distance, and these bandits, there might actually even be 30 of them now. You think there are so many stood, and they're taking shots at you, but they are missing because you are already quite a distance away.
22.
Oh, that's good. Far, what was yours? Oh, you're on mute.
Oh, sorry, I got a 9.
9, cool. You don't notice this far, but perfectly hitting the DC of 22.
Nice.
Shaith, you do see that amongst the crowd, as you get to about 50, 60 feet away, you can just make out a little old man with an eye patch and a beard and a hood who is stood amongst the bandits, who pulls his hood back, takes his eye patch off. And you just see a mask, and you can just see the glint of metal, and it almost looks like a copper color as he puts a metal mask on his face. But that is it, as Neri is not hanging around and is absolutely smashing away from the town of Mute Barrow, as you have managed to just about survive that. But cool. And as you're all in the back of the car, can you all make me wisdom saving throws, please?
Oh,
Yeah.
13.
19 for Far.
16.
I heard 7 and 16 and 19. Kingsman, what was yours?
13.
Cool. So Far, you are distracted by what's gone on and the loss of maybe that stone that you really liked and was really nice and just was a great distraction. So you can't quite. The others, you still have the ringing in your ear of that explosion as it hasn't quite gone. And as you do, you kind of try and blink it away. And the three of you independently, you blink your eyes and you open them, and you are not in the back of a car. You are on the middle of what looks like a battlefield. There are fallen creatures and people of all species and races in this continent. And there are people fighting. You can see particularly elves and drow fighting each other. And you see this flash. The world is alight and it is ablaze. And you can feel the heat. And then you blink your eyes again and you're back in the cart. And you're good 100, 150 feet away. But you've got no idea this has happened because you are smart enough and wise enough not to be pressured by that, whatever that was.
I think I look over at Shaith, who's got a bit of a far away looking at her. I'm like, snapping, like, you okay there?
Yeah. Just a memory of a different time. There weren't pubs there either.
Well, there isn't a pub here now either.
No.
Shaith, make an insight check just to see if, after what you just said.
Were there pubs in the pub?
3.
Cool, no worries. Yeah, you don't remember being on that battlefield, but it must have been the past. It couldn't have been anything else.
There's a lot I don't remember about my past. Not detail wise anyway.
Yeah. Cool.
So I guess we should introduce ourselves. I'm Shaith Julak. And I'll ask the players, do any of your characters speak Drow?
No.
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 I think Far reached out a hand to shake Shaith's hand. At the end of the day, if a guy who was big and scary a minute ago is like offering to say hi and what's up, you shake their hand. So he's like, yeah, no, good to meet you, buddy. Far Horizon. Don't think too much about it.
You're quite handy with them fists. I didn't intend to make you back off. That was intended at the others. So
No, I get it. I get it. Like, you are. Like, how tall is Shaith exactly?
so 6'7".
Cool. Yes,
I just sit up even straighter in the back of the wagon.
This is like Chris Pratt and Chris Hemsworth, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're gonna puff your chest out every time you talk to me.
Yeah. No way.
Not really deep there.
Yeah,
I am a pious.
I noticed you sitting up straight, and I'm like, yeah, no, we got a pretty buff squad here. And I wave over to you as well. Like, and you?
To who?
To Ira. Ira?
Ira. Yeah.
Ira.
Well, either way, even if you didn't mean it, it was a pleasure to be terrifying of you, I suppose. I'm Ira, not quite so terrifying, but I'm here now. Where is here? And she suddenly was like, where are we going? Do you know where we're going? She'll look over at Kingsman. He seems in control, mostly.
No, I don't know where we're going. I don't even know who the driver is. But and
Oh,
you
it's
see,
okay.
I'm
She's
I'm
fine.
busy ripping pieces of the canvas wagon.
Oh
and
my
trying
god.
to bandage up all my many wounds. They've got cuts all over the place, which they don't seem to phase me. But it's still blood, and I need it. So-
If you are looking back, I could drop you a heal if you want.
If is that what you can do?
Yeah, so Far gets up and goes, "Hey, if you don't mind, I can take a look." And they're going to like pass their hands over Kingsman's body, like see where the damage is and such, and then like in a 2-finger strike, just jab into them.
Oh.
Like looking at the others, going, "I swear it looks worse than it is." As I heal him up for. For the sheet is terrible. 7 points.
Same points.
Yeah.
Thank you, my friend. I've never been healed in that manner before.
Oh, this ain't nothing. Don't worry about it. That one's free on the house.
Thank you. It is appreciated and noted.
Good.
Does anyone else have wounds?
Only got one more time, so
I think I've got all of them.
Do you
I
still
I
look
actually came out
in-
unscathed.
still
I'm
looking
pretty
heavily
good.
injured?
Oh no, I did take a hit from the fire blast actually.
Yeah.
So I'm not looking
Yeah,
super
you,
great.
you look pretty burned, don't you?
So as you're all talking, and as Kingsman, you start ripping the canvas of this wagon, you hear a voice from the front. You don't have to destroy the canvas, you know. I could probably help you out. And you hear a clunk as a lever gets pulled, and at the far end, behind the driver, Neri, a flap opens and a little tray comes out, and you all recognise healing potions. Obviously, we'll settle up later, but if you need something, just help yourselves.
Oh, Harry, I love you. I immediately grab and chug one.
And there is a healing potion and a greater healing potion for each of you there. If you wish to take it, you will have to pay for it later on there.
I'm halfway through chugging it. Wait, what?
Far would get a discount.
Spit it
Far would
out.
definitely get a discount. But yeah, but if you want them, you can take them and you can just keep them if you want.
I will take a greater healing if that's okay, and I will chug it.
I'll reach
straight
down
away.
and grab Kingsman's arm before he takes the potion.
Ooh.
And I'll look you square in the eye as you turn up and look at me. Just
That's going to be a thing now, isn't it? And you look up at me.
A little bit. A little bit.
I've got a
Pass
taller
over the
torso
popcorn.
when we sit down. I'm slightly bigger. I'm gonna sit on the cushion. A booster seat.
So when I read that, Steve, I did was like, this is going to be brilliant. I'm going to enjoy this.
be wary of gifts from elves. And as I say that, I'll pump some Loun Hands into you, so you get five health back. So some of your wounds will close up.
Thank you very much.
I don't trust elves, so just be careful. And I'm not going to take one of the potions. So I will use the last 5 in myself.
Cool. What was that bar? What did you say?
No, Far, hearing this, goes, huh, and takes their potions as well. They'll take shapes as well. As half elf, I feel like I deserve this, probably? Sure.
Yeah, and for anyone, mechanically, for anyone that takes healing potions, you can, because you're doing it in a time of where you're quite calm and sat down, you can just take the max healing from it. You don't have to roll for it. So if you use the normal healing potion, that would be 10 points. And if you use the greater, that will be 20 points of healing.
Cool. Does this count as a short rest in this journey?
So it's not a short rest, not quite yet, because you have only just come away from it, and you haven't quite finished yet.
Yeah, okay. Great, love it.
Yeah, we
I'll
haven't
definitely
had
take all
back
the
in a wagon
potions.
yet and seen 30 horses charging towards us.
This is usually the part where I'm pretty like home free when I'm being chased by people in the back of a wagon.
That's what people think. But you do have a bit of time. If you wanted to take a short rest, you do probably have about another half an hour before anything else is going to happen. If you want to,
I
that
will
and
take a
chat
short
yourself.
rest because I
I
get my
also
pen
will.
divinity back.
Yeah.
I thought the warlock might.
Yeah, I will as warlock.
Yeah, between jabbing myself and then taking a potion, I'll take a short rest too. I'm sorry, between jabbing and taking a short rest too, yeah.
I do like the pressure point healing. That's good fun. I like that.
Yeah.
Just poke your body to feel better. It's fun.
Yeah, that's it basically. Just get a poke in there.
Cool. And after probably only about 10 minutes, Neri has slowed down now, and she is going at quite a normal pace. Anyone looking at the back will see you are not being followed. There is no one coming after you. And you also notice there's no bolts or arrows in your cart. When they were firing at you, none of them hit you.
Nice driving,
Yeah.
Neri.
I do my best.
Stuff. That's pretty good. It's like any time I can walk away from a battle without having being on fire, I think that's a win, right, guys?
I think a win is subjective. We got away with our lives, which is always good, but I wouldn't class it as victory.
Well, it's my favorite kind of win: being alive and not dead. So, where are you guys off traveling to? Funnily enough, I was actually looking for some action, and that was definitely a fair amount of action.
I was just heading into town for a hot meal. I actually just arrived, and now I guess I just left.
So wait, nobody got a pint?
No.
No.
Oh,
I'll call out to Neri. Neri, where are you taking us?
and do you have a pint?
No pints, I'm afraid, but I'm just going where the road takes us. Look, we'll go to the next town, and then I can drop you off, and we'll settle our bills, shall we?
Damn it. Yeah, okay.
And as you travel along for a bit longer, you hear another clunk and another lever gets pulled, and the canvas cover that is on your wagon disappears and shoots into the wagon. So you can now see the surroundings. And you can see that to your left is a beautiful grassland. Kingsman, a very familiar territory for you because we're still in Staoshar. And to your right is a tree line that extends almost as far as you can see on this dirt track road that is a bit bumpy. It's not a particularly smooth ride, but Neri does her best. Everyone make me a perception check.
Roll perception.
Ooh,
12.
20.
13.
7.
Cool. Anyone that got above a 10, you all notice as you're looking around, enjoying, and you can hear, the birds. It's a bit more peaceful here. You see along the tree line, first of all, you see a figure just step out who is wearing a dark hood and a cloak, and you can't see anything else about them. And then just beyond them, you see another figure. But we'll find out who they are next time in session 1 of A Deadly Quest, as we have finished session 0. And you survived. Hey, you all survived. That's a win.
Hey, like I said, if you try to survive and on fire, it's a win.
Nice.
You did very well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good. That was a nice little intro. I did not know what was going on, so it's quite nice to go.
Cheers for you all.
Good guys, bad guys. What's happening?
Who could possibly know, Dave? No one could know.
No.
No one could
No
ever
No
know.
one knows.
What with our rolls?
Just check my notes.
Cool. Right. If everyone's good, we will leave it there. And as Ross says, we'll be back in 2 weeks' time. But for now, we're gonna say bye bye. And if you have any questions and you're watching this on YouTube, do put it in the description below, the comments below. And for those of you who joined us live on Twitch, thank you for all your comments during the show. That's absolutely fantastic. Keep them coming next time. And hopefully we will see you again same time in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's as well. Right. To my players, don't go anywhere. To you lot watching, see ya.